Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and if you're not yet following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me at GGInfo777 or at Genesis Healing Tribe. First of all, I'm so sorry for being like extra late, but life happens and I have a lot of priorities, a lot of responsibilities. But I am very much grateful for all of the questions that have come my way, and for people that engage with me and people that are genuinely interested in knowing more about themselves and the world, and that are open to learning from each other. So thank you so much for that. One of the first questions that I got was, are you down to grab some drinks or herb one day and chill? Yes and no. Yes, I am always down to hang out and just chill, but no, because this is coming from a guy, and I know that it can be very easy for guys to misinterpret me and me being open to hanging out. I grew up with boys for the longest ever, so it's very normal and natural for me to be around boys or men and not see it as anything more than just brothers. And I've come to realize that it's not the same for them. Whenever I do hang out with guys, they might internalize it a little bit differently and think that, you know, it's a date or that I'm interested in them. And I am not looking for, I'm not open to dating. I'm not in search. I'm not trying to also fill my time up or waste anybody's time, because I'm just not. While I am open to hanging out and smoking and, you know, just chilling, I'm also very mindful of my time and other people's time. I wouldn't want to get anything mixed up or get any confusion across. So I truly appreciate, like, you know, the offer in that sense, and I appreciate, you know, that people compliment me. It doesn't feed my ego. It doesn't like really do anything for me, as I get it from myself. I don't go searching for these things, and I don't feel like I'm just gonna hang out with someone because it's gonna make me feel better because I know that they want me, or they're interested in me, or they think I'm cute or whatever. Like, I don't really need to fill my time with that, you know? The next question is, you working out? I do work out, but my type of working out is very eclectic and it's very free-flowing. I don't like to count what I'm doing. I just do them until it burns, and then I'll take a break and then I'll do it some more. My favorite form of working out and staying in shape is dancing. I dance in my living room, as some of you have seen on my personal page. Today I went to the stairs in Culver City and I'm still kind of sweaty from that, so that's the glow that you are seeing. But yeah, I don't obsess over my body. I don't obsess over like working out and having to be a certain way. I appreciate my body and I thank my body for everything that it does for me. I like have a really close relationship with my body, so I never take it for granted, and I definitely try to treat it as best as I can by eating well and feeding it what it needs, and it definitely lets me know when I'm doing something that isn't in alignment with our highest good. So I try to listen to my body as best as I can. If that means that she wants to rest and not do anything, then I do that. If that means that she wants to play and run and be active and sweat, then I do that. And I also love running on the beach, like on the sand, even just like really slow walking or like lunges in the sand are my absolute favorite. So yes, I do work out, Yair. Thanks for asking. And the third question that I'm gonna get into is, someone said, how are you? Do you still have stones or crystals for sale? Love that question. I am doing very well, thank you very much. I hope you all are too. Even though the world is going through a lot, it's all definitely in divine order, and that's a different topic that I'd love to get into. Oh, by the way, there is an event coming up that my friend Sunny and I will be hosting September 22nd at 5 p.m. here in Hawthorne. It's called Rainbow Feels, and it's going to be basically a talking circle, a safe space for people of color and LGBTQ. Come together and vent and release and heal. Discussions around worldly events, local and international, and then also ways that we can come together and be more helpful towards each other and the world. So I hope to see you guys there. But anyway, I do have some crystals for sale. I will be launching a website very soon, so stay tuned for that. And make sure you're following me so that you know when I launch these things. I do have some crystals for sale. I only have some amethyst clusters, citrine, black tourmaline, and tiger's eye. So if those are some of the stones or crystals that you are being called to, send me a message and I'll give you the details and we can work out ways to get it delivered or ways to pick it up. The question that I've been really wanting to answer, and that question is, what works for you when setting intentions? What works for me when setting intentions is that prior to me setting an intention, I just have to really believe it. And in order for me to believe it, it needs to make sense, right? Like I couldn't really just say, oh, I want to win the lotto and I just want to have a lot of money because I want to, buy expensive cars and shoes and clothes. Because at the core of me, I know that that's bullshit. I don't need those things and they're not necessarily going to serve me any good. So if I were to try and set that intention, my higher self would intersect and be like, no. And so for me, whatever I set my intention to, it has to just make sense on a rational level, and that might contradict other people's way of doing things, but that's how I function. So if I were to say I want to be financially stable, I take inventory of the reasons as to why me asking for that makes sense and why it's fair and why I deserve it. If there's any doubt in my mind as to why I deserve these things, I'm just not gonna be able to make it happen because there's gonna be a part of me that doubts it. So automatically it's gonna be like the universe is gonna respond to that and it's gonna say, well, you don't feel like you deserve it, so we're gonna hold on to it until you feel like you do. And so when I set my intentions, I first go through what it is that I'm trying to call or manifest and why. Why am I trying to manifest this? Let's say, for example, if you're trying to manifest a relationship or a partner, well, I gotta ask myself, am I asking for this because I feel lonely? Am I asking for this because I want to feel distracted? Or am I asking for this because I'm seeing somebody else and I'm jealous of them and I want that? For me, it has to just really come from an authentic place, and it has to be something that I really feel would be good to me, it would add to me. So when I set my intention, I just basically have to really understand and believe that I deserve it. Writing it down, meditating and visualizing it obviously helps, but I think for the most part, the way that I create and the way that my magic works is by me being confident that I deserve it. For the most part, I've noticed that my intentions seem to gravitate towards what is needed in the world. If I have an intention to make more money, I think of ways that I can give back to my community, to my family, to my friends. I think about ways that I can donate to different charities. I literally have a list of charities that I want to donate to or create. My intentions go beyond me because I feel like I already have everything I need, and I kind of have everything I want, to be honest with you, which maybe to somebody else looking from the outside in, it's bitch, you're missing a couple things, but I'm pretty full. My heart is pretty full. It overflows, and I know that is very important for the collective. I think also gratitude, like I guess me being grateful for the things that I have and not feeling like I'm missing anything, but also knowing that I'm not missing anything is very important, because it just generates that gratitude and it comes from an authentic and genuine place. So staying in that energy and in that thought process and in that feeling and that emotion and that vibration, I think helps me create more of what it is that I have intentions on, you know? Like, my intentions at the end of the day are literally to help humanity in its ascension. It's why I came back here. It's why I've chosen, you know, this time, this place, this body, and everything around me. My intentions for helping humanity generate gratitude. It just generates so much love in my heart that it radiates out of my body. And so the last question was why I got this piercing, and if it has any spiritual meaning to it, and what it means for me. So I first learned about sacrificial piercings and tattoos through my spirit guide when I was 21. And my spirit guide taught me how to channel my energy, my pain, because I was at the time stretching out my ears. And so he taught me how to channel, like I said, the pain, which is energy, to a specific thought and intention. And I didn't realize this, but it ties into setting intentions, right? So he taught me ways to incorporate my energy into the things that I wanted to pray upon. And so for this particular piercing, I did about 2 months ago now, something like that. Time, what is it? But for me, this piercing was for purification of my body and of the collective. Is also a piercing that reclaims me and who I am. I work in a semi-corporate industry. I'm still able to have this because I can just easily tuck it in whenever I don't want it to be seen. I feel like it represents my duality, where I'm able to, hide it or tuck it away when I need to be professional, but I can also just let it out. And at times I do, because my manager doesn't have a problem with it, and other stores that I go to don't have an issue with it. And it actually creates pretty awesome conversations with some of the customers that we have, and I get to explain to them what sacrificial and spiritual practices around piercings and tattoos are like. And so yeah, my septum represents purity and balance and harmony and freedom, really, for myself and for the collective. It's also a way for me to reconnect with my ancestors. Before I got it pierced, I sat in my car and I said my prayer and I called upon my ancestors and I thanked them for all of their guidance and all of their support. My sacrifice was towards purity and helping us cleanse and helping us heal and helping us regain balance and clarity. And I cried and shed a couple tears, and they were really warm and gentle, and I knew as soon as the tears came down that it was just like purification. Like, that was the word that came to my mind. It was just purification. And obviously I can't save anybody, we can't really save people's spirits or energy. We can guide them and help them and shelter. At the end of the day, like, that's inner work. Definitely add prayer towards that, which is more guidance and more support and more light and love and power. Not that the darkness is bad, but it plays its role. And so that is what my sacrificial piercing is all about. and it can help you set intentions in that way too. It just basically is all about the way that you channel your energy and your thoughts. And it's about the way that you're thinking and how you're feeling. And if you're constantly feeling anxious or depressed or sad or angry or stressed out, that's you're asking the universe for more of that. Just think of the universe as like this giant mirror, and everything you think about and everything you feel and do just kind of bounces back off and it comes right back. So I would say to combine the question about intention setting and my piercing is to check your thoughts. Check your thoughts and make sure that your thoughts are in alignment with what it is that you desire and what it is that you feel you deserve. If you feel you deserve peace and love and success, that's where your thoughts should be. You should be looking at all of the things in your life that have culminated your success, that have shown your abundance, you know, like just take inventory of the things in your life and be grateful for the things that you've been able to achieve, and stop looking or being so concerned with the things that you still need or the things that you still want. That will help you attract more of what you already have. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again for following me and tuning in. If you're not yet following me on Instagram at GGinfo777 or at Genesis Healing Tribe, I will see you guys there, and I'll be posting more on my story. I know I haven't posted for the little question section, but I really appreciate you guys and I love you, and I send you tons of love, light, and power. Stay up.